Hey, welcome to my channel. Iraqi dinar news update. The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, announced today, Monday, August 18, 2025, that its foreign currency sales reached more than $35 billion over a 5-month period. These figures highlight the bank's role in stabilizing the Iraqi dinar and facilitating foreign trade. According to statistics, the CBI's sales of foreign currency during the first 5 months of 2025 amounted to a total of $35.201 billion. This represents a significant 15.66% increase compared to the same period last year, when sales were $30.435 billion. The sales were distributed across 3 main categories: external transfers, which constituted the largest portion at $30.264 billion, international settlements, which accounted for $3.649 billion, cash sales, which totaled $1.288 billion. The increase in sales reflects a growing demand for foreign currency within the market, as the CBI continues its efforts to ensure a stable exchange rate and support Iraq's economic activities, including imports and private sector development. The Central Bank of Iraq's announcement of over $35 billion in foreign currency sales within just 5 months of 2025 is a strong signal that Iraq is actively using its reserves to stabilize the dinar, absorb market pressures, and ensure liquidity for trade and investment. This surge, over 15% higher than last year, shows both rising demand for the dollar and the CBI's readiness to supply it, a key step in narrowing the official parallel exchange rate gap. Such heavy interventions are often a prelude to monetary adjustments, especially as Iraq aligns with IMF reforms, Basel III standards, and regional de-dollarization trends. For dinar holders, this reinforces speculation that the Iraqi dinar revaluation (RV) could be approaching, as the CBI is creating conditions for stability before a possible rate shift. The Vietnamese dong (VND) is often mentioned, alongside the dinar in global revaluation discussions, and Iraq's rising foreign currency sales may be part of a broader trend where resource-rich economies like Iraq and Vietnam prepare their currencies for stronger international standing. All signals suggest that the Iraqi dinar is moving closer to change soon. The Central Bank of Iraq's announcement that its foreign currency sales reached more than $35 billion over a 5-month period in 2025 is more than just a statistic. It is a reflection of Iraq's rapidly evolving financial landscape and its growing effort to stabilize the national currency, the Iraqi dinar. When analyzing these numbers in the broader context of monetary reform, de-dollarization, and international financial integration, it becomes clear why many observers link this development to the long-anticipated Iraqi dinar revaluation (RV). Moreover, the parallels often drawn between the dinar and Vietnam's currency, the Vietnamese dong (VND), underscore the perception that both nations are preparing for currency adjustments as part. Additionally, Iraq's rising foreign reserves and gold holdings give it the financial firepower to support such a revaluation. As of 2025, Iraq holds more than $100 billion in reserves and has been steadily purchasing gold, reinforcing its monetary stability. These reserves act as a buffer against inflation, currency shocks, and external trade imbalances. For the international community, including institutions like the IMF and World Bank, such reserves are a sign that Iraq has the capacity to withstand volatility that might follow a currency adjustment. In other words, Iraq is putting the pieces in place to move from a highly dollar-dependent economy toward one where the dinar can stand on its own in global trade. But this is not happening in isolation. The mention of the Vietnamese dong (VND) in the same breath as the Iraqi dinar is no coincidence. Vietnam, like Iraq, is a resource-rich nation with strong growth potential that has long maintained an undervalued currency. The VND, much like the dinar, has been the subject of speculation regarding a future revaluation. Both countries have implemented reforms to modernize their banking systems, reduce reliance on cash, and attract foreign investment. Both are also strategically positioned in global trade routes. Iraq in the Middle East and Vietnam in Southeast Asia, making their currencies of interest to global financial planners. The expectation that both currencies could revalue in close proximity is tied to the broader theory of a global currency reset, GCR, in which undervalued currencies are brought closer to their true market value to support international balance of trade and a new era of financial transparency. Returning to Iraq's case, the $35 billion figure also reflects the government's strategy to absorb excess liquidity in the domestic market. Iraq has been grappling with inflationary pressures due to high levels of dinar in circulation. One of the IMF's 2025 Article 4 recommendations emphasize the need for Iraq to sterilize liquidity, essentially to take excess money out of the system so that inflation does not spiral out of control. The CBI's foreign currency auctions and transfers are a direct method of doing this. By selling dollars and absorbing dinars, the bank reduces the money supply, strengthens the dinar's value, and enhances monetary discipline. This again ties into the mechanics of a revaluation, because a stable and well-managed money supply is crucial before any adjustment in the exchange rate. Moreover, the structure of the sales, heavily weighted toward external transfers, indicates that Iraq is increasingly prioritizing international trade and private sector development. A stronger dinar would make imports cheaper, boost purchasing power for citizens, and encourage investment in domestic production. This would not only support economic diversification away from oil but also help integrate Iraq into global value chains. The CBI strategy therefore has both short-term